Money doesn't vanish when society collapses. It just stops being respected. 6 weeks after the grid goes dark, banks become concrete museums. ATMs glow empty. Gas stations turn into armed negotiations. Yesterday, a man traded a luxury watch for 2 cans of beans. He smiled. He thought he won. He didn't. Because when civilization's life support system shuts down, value doesn't disappear. It mutates. The man stacking gold bars is starving. The man with fire is eating hot food. This isn't fear. It's pattern recognition. And history repeats this pattern every single time systems fail. The Great Inversion. Collapse doesn't erase wealth, it reverses it. Abstract value dies first. Practical value becomes law. Things you ignored, things you assumed would always exist, things you never thought to store. Those become currency, not in months, not after adaptation, immediately. 1. Water purification. People imagine collapse as violence. In reality, it's dehydration. Unsafe water kills more people in disasters than weapons ever do. Bacteria don't need chaos. They just need access. When taps run dry, people assume they'll boil water. Boiling works if you have fuel, time, containers, and stability. Most people won't. Water purification tablets compress safety into chemistry. 1 tablet neutralizes pathogens your immune system cannot fight alone. 30 minutes later, contaminated water becomes survivable. Without clean water, diarrhea drains, fluids, electrolytes collapse, kidneys fail. You can survive weeks without food. 3 days without water is optimistic. After that, the body stops negotiating. People don't stock water treatment because water has always been invisible, until it isn't. 2. Antibiotics. Modern humans forgot how lethal small injuries used to be. 1 cut on dirty metal. 1 blister ignored too long. In a functioning society, that's a nuisance. In collapse, it's fatal. Clinics close first. Hospitals overload. Pharmacies empty in hours. Infection doesn't announce itself loudly. It escalates quietly. Redness, fever, sepsis. Before antibiotics, this is how people died. Not dramatically, but predictably. Stored correctly, cool, dark, dry, many antibiotics retain effectiveness for years. They turn you into something rare in collapse. Someone who can stop death from something small. In a barter economy, that's not wealth. That's leverage. 3. Feminine hygiene products. Collapse doesn't pause biology. Half the population menstruates monthly. Supply chains do not. Without proper products, people improvise. Improvisation requires clean water. Clean water becomes scarce. Infections follow. These items preserve health, dignity, and stability. They also serve secondary roles: sterile material, absorbent control, compact medical utility. They're ignored because they're quiet. Quiet problems turn catastrophic later. 4. Salt predates money. Empires taxed it. Armies marched for it. Wars were fought over it. Because sodium keeps nerves firing and muscles obeying commands. Lose too much, and the body collapses inward. Confusion cramps seizures. Salt preserves food when refrigeration dies. It stretches days into months. It disinfects wounds. It never expires. When cold storage disappears, salt controls food longevity, and food controls survival. History already solved this equation. We just forgot it. 5. Rapid repair materials collapse isn't explosions. It's slow decay. Small failures compound, torn shelters, cracked containers, leaking roofs. You don't need elegance. You need function immediately. Temporary repairs become permanent because replacement doesn't exist. Speed beats perfection every time. The ability to keep things operational, badly but effectively, becomes currency. If this feels uncomfortably practical, that's intentional. Collapse isn't cinematic, it's logistical. If you value breakdowns like this, grounded, unemotional, and useful, you already understand what this channel is for. 6. Fire starters. Fire isn't comfort. Fire is infrastructure. It sterilizes water, cooks calories, prevents hypothermia. Most people don't know how to make fire under stress. Cold hands, wet conditions, exhaustion. Skill collapses under pressure. A lighter removes skill from the equation. Thousands of ignitions, no learning curve. History is consistent. People always underestimate how many they need. They always regret it. 7. Strong cordage. Rope is physics made portable. It builds shelters, secures loads, creates traps, stabilizes injured bodies. High-strength cordage multiplies when broken down. Smaller lines, threads, bindings. It resists water, rot, time. The most valuable gear is what you already have on you. Cordage turns chaos into structure. 8. Manual tools. The grid doesn't fail gracefully. It just stops answering. Electric tools die instantly. Calories don't. People will starve sitting next to food they can't access, sealed behind thin metal and bad assumptions. Pull tabs break. Electric openers become decorative plastic. Knives slip. Tendons tear. Hands get infected. A simple manual tool solves a brutal problem without power, noise, or fragility. It doesn't need infrastructure. It doesn't care about weather. It doesn't negotiate. In collapse, tools that work without permission outlive everything else. Simplicity survives because complexity collapses first. 9. Heavy-duty containment. Most survival gear looks impressive. This doesn't. That's why it works. Waterproof containment is logistics in physical form. It keeps things dry, clean, organized. But it does more than that.
Rain protection.
A heavy-duty bag
Ground
becomes
insulation.
rain protection, ground insulation, emergency shelter, thermal barrier, cold kills quietly. Hypothermia doesn't announce itself. Moisture is its accomplice. Containment isn't comfort. It's survival math, lightweight, flexible, durable enough. In collapse, versatility beats specialization every single time. 10. Offline knowledge. When the internet dies, intelligence fragments. Your phone becomes glass and lithium. Search engines become memories. What remains is what you actually know. You either understand how water becomes safe, how wounds become lethal, how plants become food, or you guess. Guessing kills people. Printed knowledge weighs almost nothing and multiplies everything else you own. It doesn't expire. It doesn't require power. It doesn't disappear when systems do. In a total collapse, the most valuable person in the room isn't the strongest. It's the one who understands systems. 11. Seeds. Everything else on this list helps you survive. Seeds help you stay alive long-term. They convert sunlight, soil, and time into calories. That's not convenience. That's biology working in your favor. Open-pollinated seeds reproduce. Hybrids don't. Plant once. Harvest food. Save seeds. Plant again. That loop doesn't require factories, fuel, or permission. In a collapsed economy, seeds aren't just food. They're future security. And future is the rarest currency there is. A single packet weighs grams. Its output feeds families. That's biological compounding, and people will trade almost anything for it. 12. Renewable power. A world without electricity is blind. Darkness isn't just inconvenient, it's dangerous. Rechargeable batteries paired with solar charging resurrect fragments of the old world. Light communication information. Disposable power ends quickly. Renewable power creates continuity. You're not trading batteries. You're trading function. Someone needs their radio working. You charge it. Someone needs light at night. You provide it. That's not consumption. That's service-based value. And service-based value doesn't deplete. It compounds. A working flashlight in total darkness is more than utility. It's proof that something still works. And hope trades extremely well. The psychology of barter collapse rewires human behavior. People stop caring about status. They care about outcomes. Warmth, water, food, safety. Abstract wealth feels insulting when survival is uncertain. Practical utility becomes morality. The person who solves problems becomes trustworthy. The person who hoards symbols becomes irrelevant. This is why value always flows toward function. Every time, every collapse. No exceptions. If you've stayed this long, you already understand something most people don't. Collapse isn't about panic. It's about preparation. This channel isn't here to entertain you. It's here to sharpen your thinking before you need it. The final truth about value. Gold is beautiful. It's symbolic. It's heavy. But you can't eat it. You can't drink it. And it won't stop hypothermia at 3 in the morning. When systems collapse, value stops being abstract. It becomes brutally practical. The items on this list aren't exotic. They aren't expensive. They aren't exciting. Until they are. The people who survive aren't the richest. They're the ones who understood what humans actually need when everything else disappears. Start small. Start quietly. Start now. Because when the music stops, and history shows it always does, you'll either be trading heirlooms for survival or watching them pile up at your feet. Your move